The power of stillness. In a world that constantly celebrates action, hustle, and achievement, stillness often feels counterintuitive. Yet stillness is one of the most powerful tools you can harness for spiritual growth, clarity, and success. It is in the quiet moments when you pause, breathe, and step back from constant activity that life begins to align itself in ways you could never force. Doing nothing is not laziness. It is a deliberate act of trust, patience, and surrender. By embracing stillness, you open a doorway for possibilities, solutions, and synchronicities to flow into your life naturally. Stillness allows you to detach from the noise of the world and the chaos of your mind. When you are constantly acting, thinking, and striving, your energy becomes scattered. You expend immense effort, yet often feel frustrated because results do not match the intensity of your labor. In stillness, however, you regain perspective. You can see patterns clearly, recognize opportunities, and make decisions from a place of calm wisdom rather than impulsive reaction. This clarity is a gift, the ability to witness life without the distortions of stress, fear, or pressure. Moreover, stillness is the space where your intuition speaks the loudest. When you stop external striving, you become more attuned to the subtle messages of your inner self. Your heart, mind, and soul begin to communicate in harmony. You start to notice signs, synchronicities, and gentle nudges that guide you toward the right actions at the right time. These intuitive insights are often drowned out when you are constantly busy. Stillness amplifies your connection with your higher self and allows life to guide you instead of you forcing life to follow your plan. Stillness also cultivates patience. Inaction, when practiced consciously, teaches you to trust the process of life. Like a seed buried in the soil, growth requires time and the right conditions. You cannot rush a seed to sprout. Similarly, you cannot rush the unfolding of your life. By embracing periods of stillness, you give yourself the gift of trust, knowing that the universe works in alignment with your highest good, even when outcomes are not immediately visible. Another profound benefit of stillness is energy conservation. Every forced action consumes energy. But when you pause and align with the flow of life, your energy becomes focused and effective. You no longer waste time and effort on unnecessary struggles, and your actions, when they come, are precise, intentional, and powerful. This is the paradox of doing nothing. In moments of stillness, you are preparing, growing, and creating the conditions for profound breakthroughs. Finally, stillness nurtures inner peace. When you let go of the need to control everything, when you release the constant pressure to act, you experience a deep sense of calm. This inner peace is magnetic. It draws clarity, solutions, and alignment to you. You begin to notice that life responds to your energy. When you are calm, patient, and aligned, opportunities appear effortlessly. Doing nothing is not a void. It is a fertile space where the universe organizes itself, allowing everything to fall perfectly into place. Embrace stillness. Trust its power. Allow yourself to pause, reflect, and breathe. In these quiet moments, you discover that doing nothing can often be the most powerful action of all because it opens the door for life to orchestrate miracles beyond your imagination. Letting go of control. One of the most profound lessons in life is understanding the art of letting go of control. From an early age, we are conditioned to believe that success, happiness, and security come from constant effort, meticulous planning, and rigid control over every circumstance. While initiative and hard work are important, trying to control every outcome often leads to stress, frustration, and emotional exhaustion. The spiritual awakening truth is this: surrendering control does not mean giving up. It means trusting the flow of life and allowing the universe to orchestrate the perfect outcomes. Letting go begins with awareness. Recognize the areas in your life where you are forcing outcomes, overthinking situations, or micromanaging events. Ask yourself, is this effort serving me or is it creating unnecessary tension? The need to control is often rooted in fear, the fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. By identifying these fears, you gain insight into the illusions that drive your constant striving. Surrendering control does not erase responsibility. It allows you to act from a place of clarity rather than anxiety. Trust is the cornerstone of letting go. Trust that life, in its infinite wisdom, is aligning circumstances for your highest good. Every person, event, and challenge has a purpose in the grand design of your journey, even when it is not immediately visible. When you release the illusion that you must manipulate every detail to guarantee success, you open yourself to serendipity, synchronicity, and unexpected opportunities. Life begins to flow with ease, and you realize that sometimes the most profound results emerge precisely when you stop forcing them. Letting go also cultivates patience. When you surrender control, you learn to honor the timing of life. Just like a river cannot be rushed, your goals, relationships, and personal growth require natural timing to develop fully. By embracing this principle, you reduce frustration and increase resilience. You understand that delays, detours, and challenges are not setbacks. They are part of the process that prepares you for greater alignment and success. Another essential aspect of letting go is detachment. Detachment does not mean indifference or passivity. It means acting without attachment to specific outcomes or expectations. By releasing the need to control, you maintain emotional balance and prevent external events from dictating your inner peace. Detachment empowers you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It transforms challenges into lessons and setbacks into opportunities for spiritual growth. Finally, letting go of control invites miracles into your life. When you stop resisting, over-planning, and forcing outcomes, the universe begins to respond to your energy. People, opportunities, and solutions appear naturally, often in ways that exceed your imagination. You realize that doing nothing in the right moment can be more effective than any action fueled by fear or over-effort. Surrender allows life to unfold in perfect harmony, bringing clarity, abundance, and effortless alignment. Remember, control is an illusion. True power lies in trust, surrender, and alignment with the flow of life. By letting go, you reclaim peace, open space for opportunities, and allow the universe to guide you toward your highest potential. When you release the need to force life, you watch how everything falls into place effortlessly, as if by magic. The law of allowing. The law of allowing is one of the most profound spiritual principles you can apply in your life. It teaches that sometimes the most powerful action is not action at all. When you stop resisting, forcing, or controlling circumstances, you create space for the natural flow of life to unfold. This is the essence of the law of allowing, permitting life to occur as it is meant to, trusting that everything is aligning for your highest good. By practicing this principle, you unlock a level of ease, abundance, and clarity that cannot be achieved through constant struggle or over-effort. Allowing begins with acceptance. Life will always present situations beyond your control, unexpected delays, challenges, and opportunities that you cannot predict. Resisting these moments through worry, frustration, or force only drains your energy and clouds your judgment. The law of allowing teaches you to acknowledge reality as it is, without judgment or fear. Acceptance does not mean complacency. It means aligning your energy with what is, so you can respond with clarity and wisdom rather than react impulsively or out of stress. This principle also fosters patience. When you allow life to unfold, you release the need for immediate results or rigid timelines. Like a seed buried in the earth, your intentions require time to grow, mature, and bear fruit. Forcing growth can disrupt the natural process, leading to frustration and wasted energy. Allowing, however, gives space for divine timing to work. You begin to notice how delays, challenges, and pauses are not setbacks. They are essential stages in the unfolding of your path. The law of allowing also cultivates inner peace. By releasing the need to manipulate outcomes, you create a calm and centered state of being. This inner peace is magnetic. It draws opportunities, people, and solutions toward you effortlessly. When your energy is free from resistance and tension, life begins to respond naturally, bringing synchronicities, clarity, and unexpected blessings. Doing nothing in the right moments often becomes the most powerful form of action, because it allows the universe to orchestrate outcomes perfectly aligned with your purpose. Spiritual awareness teaches that allowing is not passivity, it is conscious participation in life. It requires discernment, trust, and alignment with your higher self. You remain aware of your intentions, set boundaries where necessary, and act when inspired, but without forcing outcomes. This balance between action and allowing creates harmony in your life, where energy flows naturally and results manifest effortlessly. Finally, embracing the law of allowing transforms your perspective on life. Challenges become lessons, delays become preparation, and unexpected events become opportunities. You learn to trust the process, surrender to timing, and honor the natural flow of existence. By practicing this law, you discover that the universe is always working in your favor, even when it seems like nothing is happening. The magic of life unfolds when you allow it, and in that space, everything begins to fall into place. Remember, allowing is not weakness, but profound strength. By embracing the law of allowing, you release control, reduce stress, and open your life to effortless alignment. Sometimes, doing nothing is the most powerful action, because it creates the conditions for miracles, synchronicities, and blessings beyond your imagination. Aligning with your inner self. In the midst of life's chaos and constant demands, aligning with your inner self is one of the most powerful practices for achieving peace, clarity, and effortless flow. The world constantly pressures you to act, perform, and prove your worth. But true fulfillment comes not from external validation. It comes from connecting with your inner being. Aligning with your inner self means pausing, listening, and understanding the deeper currents of your thoughts, emotions, and intuition. It is in this alignment that the magic of life begins to unfold. Alignment starts with self-awareness. To connect with your inner self, you must first observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Notice patterns, reactions, and desires as they arise. Awareness allows you to discern which actions come from your authentic self and which come from fear, ego, or societal pressure. When you operate from a place of awareness, your energy becomes consistent, calm, and magnetic. People sense this alignment, and opportunities begin to flow toward you naturally. Meditation, reflection, and quiet contemplation are essential tools for this process. When you take time to pause, breathe, and observe your inner landscape, you gain clarity on your purpose and direction. This is the practice of doing nothing consciously, not passivity, but intentional stillness. In these moments, your intuition strengthens and you begin to recognize signs, synchronicities, and guidance that might have been missed in the busyness of constant action. Aligning with your inner self allows you to act from inspiration rather than compulsion. Another vital aspect of alignment is authenticity. When your actions, words, and intentions are in harmony with your inner values, you create a sense of integrity that is deeply attractive and influential. People are drawn to those who live authentically, because their energy resonates with truth. Authentic alignment reduces inner conflict, builds confidence, and fosters a sense of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Spiritual growth also depends on surrendering to this inner guidance. Trust that your inner self knows the path even when the mind is uncertain. When you align with your higher wisdom, you act at the right moment with precision and clarity. You no longer feel the need to force outcomes or control every step. Instead, your actions become deliberate extensions of your purpose, allowing life to unfold naturally around you. Finally, aligning with your inner self empowers you to navigate life's challenges gracefully. Even in moments of uncertainty, discomfort, or change, you maintain a centered state. This alignment becomes a shield against fear, stress, and negativity. By staying connected to your inner guidance, you can respond consciously, make wiser decisions, and create conditions for success without unnecessary struggle. Remember, true power and magnetism come from this inner alignment. When you connect deeply with your inner self, you stop chasing life and instead let life flow toward you. Doing nothing in this aligned state is not inaction. It is preparation, clarity, and trust. It is the conscious choice to act from wisdom, allowing everything to fall naturally into place, effortlessly and beautifully. Patience as a spiritual tool. Patience is one of the most underrated yet powerful spiritual tools you can cultivate. In a world that rewards speed, instant results, and constant activity, the ability to wait, observe, and trust the unfolding of life is a rare strength. Patience is not passive. It is active, conscious, and deeply transformative. It allows you to align with the natural rhythms of life, to conserve energy, and to witness the magic that occurs when things unfold in their own time. Understanding patience as a spiritual tool changes the way you approach challenges, goals, and the very flow of existence. At its core, patience is about trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your journey, and trust in the universe. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned, and trying to force outcomes only creates resistance, frustration, and unnecessary struggle. Patience teaches you to surrender the illusion of control and have faith that everything is happening in perfect alignment with your growth and purpose. When you act from this place of trust, your energy becomes calm, focused, and magnetic. Patience also allows for deeper clarity. When you rush through decisions, actions, or goals, you risk overlooking vital details, opportunities, or signs that could guide you to better outcomes. By pausing and waiting, you create space for observation, reflection, and insight. In these moments, solutions often reveal themselves naturally, obstacles diminish, and your path becomes clearer. Doing nothing consciously in the right moments is an act of wisdom, not laziness. It is preparation for effective action that is aligned with your highest good. Another crucial aspect of patience is resilience. Life will always present delays, challenges, and unexpected changes. Those who cultivate patience can navigate these moments without panic or despair. Instead of reacting impulsively or forcing solutions, patient individuals adapt, learn, and remain grounded. Patience strengthens emotional resilience, allowing you to maintain peace even in turbulent times. It is the quiet strength that enables you to move forward with purpose while respecting the natural timing of life. Patience also deepens spiritual growth. It teaches humility, reminding you that not everything is within your control and that some processes require time to mature. Like a seed buried in the earth, your intentions, relationships, and personal growth need space, nourishment, and the right conditions to flourish. By exercising patience, you allow these elements to develop fully, resulting in outcomes that are more profound, sustainable, and aligned with your purpose. Finally, patience is a magnet for synchronicity and miracles. When you stop forcing outcomes and stop striving for instant results, the universe begins to respond to your energy. Opportunities, people, and solutions appear effortlessly, often in ways that surpass your imagination. The art of patience is about trusting this process, staying aligned with your inner self, and allowing life to unfold in its perfect timing. Remember, patience is not a delay. It is preparation, alignment, and conscious trust. By embracing patience as a spiritual tool, you conserve energy, strengthen your inner self, and open the door for life's blessings to manifest naturally. Doing nothing in patience is often the most powerful action of all, because it creates the space for everything to fall perfectly into place. Witnessing the magic. Once you have embraced stillness, surrendered control, allowed life to unfold, aligned with your inner self, and practiced patience, a remarkable shift begins to occur. you start witnessing the magic of life. This magic is not supernatural in the sense of fantasy. It is the natural harmony, synchronicity, and effortless flow that emerges when you stop forcing outcomes and start trusting the process. Witnessing this magic is a spiritual awakening in itself. It is seeing the universe work in perfect alignment with your energy, timing, and intentions. Witnessing the magic begins with awareness. As you pause and step back from constant striving, you become attuned to subtle signs and patterns. You notice opportunities appearing unexpectedly, challenges resolving themselves, and solutions emerging almost effortlessly. Life starts to reveal its intelligence, and you realize that many of the outcomes you once worried about were already unfolding perfectly. This awareness fosters a sense of wonder and gratitude, helping you see that doing nothing in the right moments is not inactivity. It is conscious participation in life's natural flow. The magic also comes from the interactions and connections around you. When you stop trying to control people or situations, you allow relationships to develop authentically. You attract the right people at the right time, those who align with your energy, support your growth, and contribute positively to your journey. Synchronicities, seemingly coincidental events, and timely guidance become more frequent. These experiences reinforce the understanding that life always supports you when you trust its process. Witnessing the magic teaches humility and surrender. You begin to understand that your efforts, while important, are part of a larger orchestration that you cannot see fully. By stepping into this awareness, you ace the need for perfection or constant control. Instead, you embrace the beauty of timing, alignment, and the unseen forces that guide your life. This humility fosters inner peace and strengthens your connection to your higher self, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and confidence. Another profound aspect of witnessing the magic is empowerment. Paradoxically, doing nothing in alignment with life's flow often produces the most powerful results. You learn that your energy, focus, and intentions are amplified when not wasted on unnecessary struggle or resistance. Your actions become precise, impactful, and timely, creating outcomes that feel effortless but are deeply aligned with your purpose. Witnessing the results of this conscious non-action is both motivating and transformative. Finally, witnessing the magic cultivates gratitude. You start to appreciate the unseen support, the perfect timing, and the subtle orchestration of events that guide your life. Gratitude reinforces alignment, amplifies positive energy, and deepens your connection with the universe. Every opportunity, every solution, and every moment of clarity becomes a reminder that life works when you trust, allow, and align with its flow. Remember, the magic is always present. It simply requires your stillness, patience, and trust to notice it. By doing nothing at the right time, you create space for life's miracles to unfold. Witnessing this magic transforms fear into faith, struggle into flow, and chaos into clarity. Life, in its infinite wisdom, always falls into place when you allow it. And in these moments, you realize that sometimes doing nothing is the most powerful action of all. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, one profound truth becomes clear. Sometimes, the most powerful action you can take is to do nothing. In a world that glorifies constant motion, control, and over-effort, the wisdom of stillness often goes unnoticed. Yet spiritual awakening and true success are born not from forcing life to conform to your plans, but from aligning with its natural flow. By embracing stillness, letting go of control, allowing life to unfold, connecting with your inner self, practicing patience, and witnessing the magic, you step into a state of effortless alignment where everything begins to fall perfectly into place. Stillness is where it all begins. Pausing allows you to regain clarity, conserve energy, and reconnect with your inner wisdom. It is in these moments of quiet that intuition strengthens, insights surface, and solutions emerge naturally. Stillness is not inaction, it is conscious preparation, the space where your mind, body, and spirit synchronize, creating the conditions for effortless progress. When you learn to value these moments, you discover that the universe responds to calm, focused, and aligned energy. Letting go of control is the next essential step. The need to micromanage every outcome often stems from fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. Surrendering this illusion of control allows life to move organically. By trusting in timing, divine orchestration, and the natural unfolding of circumstances, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. This trust transforms challenges into lessons, delays into preparation, and unexpected turns into opportunities. You learn that life's intelligence always works in your favor when you step back and allow it to guide you. The law of allowing deepens this principle. By permitting life to unfold without resistance, you create space for synchronicities, solutions, and blessings. And challenges are no longer obstacles but lessons. Delays are no longer setbacks but opportunities, and uncertainty becomes a fertile ground for insight. Allowing is conscious participation. It is active surrender, trusting the process while remaining aligned with your intentions and values. Aligning with your inner self amplifies the power of stillness and allowing. By connecting deeply with your intuition, values, and higher guidance, you act from authenticity rather than fear. Decisions become clearer, energy becomes focused, and your presence resonates with confidence, integrity, and peace. When your inner self leads, external outcomes naturally align with your highest good. Patience acts as a spiritual tool, teaching trust in timing and resilience in the face of challenges. Life is a process, and like a seed, your intentions require space, nourishment, and natural growth. Patience transforms waiting into preparation, struggle into observation, and doubt into faith, enabling you to navigate life with grace. Finally, witnessing the magic brings the journey full circle. By doing nothing in alignment, you notice synchronicities, opportunities, and effortless solutions appear. Life demonstrates that your energy, trust, and alignment are always recognized and supported by the universe. This is the ultimate awakening, realizing that sometimes the most powerful action is to pause, trust, and allow life to orchestrate itself. Remember, doing nothing is not emptiness, it is creation. It is trust, alignment, and conscious surrender. When you embrace stillness, let go of control, allow, align, and practice patience, you step into a life of effortless flow, abundance, and spiritual fulfillment. Everything truly falls into place when you trust the process.